It is now time for me to speak with Chris Okello, the one and only, the guy who actually pursued this woman with Bible study. Chris, how are you doing?
I'm very fine.
Yes, you guy, you're like, you just went subtle, pole too, hakuna pressure. Chini ya maji, eh? And then Bible study hapo na pale. Before you know it, you have a woman and now you have a wife.
Yes.
Yeah, how does it feel?
I'm happy.
You're happy?
I'm happy.
You did mention about communication as the issue that you need decoded.
Yeah.
Talk to me more about that.
Oh yeah, I want to tie it with the expectations.
Okay.
So, for example, I'd come in after a long day at work.
Yes.
And expect the table to be set with everything.
Yes.
Just the way I used to find it in my home,
Yes.
where I was raised.
Where you were raised, eh?
Yes, my mom used to have a small food kiosk, so it was normal to find some porridge, some chapati, some githeri in the house, so that when you do 9 o'clock, 9:30 dinner, there is no problem.
So she used to get it from the food kiosk and just bring it back home, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
So I feel that I carried that expectation, though I didn't recognize it until much later.
Yeah.
So I would come home in this instance, then expect food and then find no food. In fact, my wife would ask me, what do you want me to cook for dinner?
Yeah.
And I was not used to answering that question.
Yes. And do you communicate your expectations to your wife, or you expect her to know? Do you tell her, like, for example, like when you come home, you expect that meal prepared? Do you tell her, like, you know, I'd expect this is where it is that I'm coming from, this is what I will expect from you? Do you communicate that?
I easily speak out when something is happening, and I feel, whatever I feel about it, I quickly say it.
Yeah.
So I found that I was quick to say, maybe it is in the manner that I said it, or with the tone, or how I delivered my message.
Yeah.
But she would change for a few days, but then revert back to factory settings.
Okay.
Yeah. So she would, for example, do the meals 2-3 days, then the first day back.
Has she ever said, like, I'm not where you came from, I'm different?
Yes, she said. She said much later.
Yeah.
She would tell me, you see, this thing that you tell me to do, it gives me a lot of stress.
Yes.
So I picked that when she said it a number of times.
And she did mention that she's an introvert. Would you consider yourself to be an introvert or otherwise?
I am more extroverted.
You're more extroverted?
Yes.
Has that ever brought an issue in terms of communication?
Yes. Of course, when you go anywhere, I usually want to touch base with everybody, greet everybody, at least small talk with everybody.
Yes.
Of course, it's not usually possible to do it with everybody, but as many as I can.
Yes.
She does not get the fact, the fact that is in the fresh air for the extrovert, talking to people, greeting, high-fiving, touching base with people. Yeah. So, for example, we will be in a place, then I want to greet 3, 4, 5 people as I'm moving across tables. But she says, I just want to sit on this table and just relax. Yeah. I say, no, you are now my wife. You should be walking by my side. When I high-five somebody, I say, them too, eh? This is Faith, my wife. Nice to meet her, so, such a thing. So I found that she was uncomfortable with such a setup. Okay. So I relaxed a bit.
Wonderful. It's been such a pleasure speaking with you, Mr. Chris Okello. Yes. It's been such a pleasure. And thank you so much for sharing with us your personal story. Well, I've been speaking with the gentleman who considers himself to be more extroverted than the wife, Mr. Chris Okello. I'm about to have a conversation with the both of them so that we can decode these issues. We have a segment called Ask Dan, where you, the viewer, get to write me questions regarding relationships or marriages, and I get to answer. Today's question comes from a gentleman, and he writes, "Hi, I got my engaged lady cheating on me. She said sorry and promised to change, but I have lost total trust I had for her. I don't have any feelings for her. What should I do?" It's a very good question because, yes, men and women cheat. Not all, but men and women are cheating. And the thing about your situation is that you are engaged for marriage. And I know what's going on through your mind is that, you know what, if she can cheat when you were just about to get married, what about in marriage? So this is cause for concern. And it is not enough for her to say sorry. She has to actually show change. But before even that, you have to make a decision. Do you want to go through with this? Because if you choose not to, it's up to you. But if you choose to do so, she has to play a major role in winning back that trust.